Jon Blachowicz is the king of the light heavyweight division after stopping Dominic Reyes at UFC 253. A new challenger approaches, bender of styles, Nigeria's pride, Israel Adesanya. Jon is most likely the underdog. He is used to that being the story. Just like always, he'll be looking to make the non-believers into witnesses when he beats the middleweight champion on his terms.
Are you surprised that they would announce something like this, or at least put it out there?
No, because they told me earlier, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay.
But now it's, a little bit, how to say it, it's more, right now it's become more real,
Yeah.
Scenario for me, for the next fight.
But if you were Thiago or Glover, wouldn't you be annoyed right now? Like you're about to fight in,
But I'm not Thiago or Glover,
Sure.
I'm the champion, so I can choose.
I know.
Yeah, so that's not my problem.
Fair enough. Some early odds came out and they have him at like a minus 250, you a plus 210. So that's like 2-1. People thinking that he's going to beat you, him moving up to 205. Does that bother you?
No, nothing. I don't think about this. This is not for me. This is for, for people who like put money on fights,
Okay. You don't feel disrespected?
No, I like, I don't care. I don't think about this. I like to be underdog because a lot of my friends put money on me because they believe in me and they become rich like me after the fights, and I can laugh and celebrate with them.
I would imagine there's a part of you that's kind of excited about this, right? Because with all due respect to Glover and Thiago, he's a bigger name right now, right? A fight against Izzy. So this is exciting for you, right? This is probably something that you welcome.
Yeah, that's why I come to UFC, to fight with the biggest name in the world. So he is one of them. So yeah, I'm I'm happy if UFC do this. If you want to wait to March, it will be a great fight.
Izzy is a super athlete and a once-in-a-lifetime fighter, but Jon has the weapons to blow Izzy and the world away. Before we go any further, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We do a weekly podcast and talk about breaking news in the UFC and MMA. Jon has had many ups and downs in his 6-year UFC career. In his first 6 fights, he was 2-4, losing all those fights by unanimous decision. It appeared that he may not have a future in the UFC any longer if he continued without making any changes. He would go on to win 8 of his next 9 fights, 6 of them being finishes. Jon has been on a tear of his own for quite some time. He is focused, battle-hardened, and prepared for any matchup that comes his way. This includes Izzy, who is looking to use Jon and the light heavyweight title as a stepping stone to become one of the greatest fighters to ever live. Izzy could possibly be inducted into the Champ Club and make his potential bout against a 240-pound Jones even bigger.
Does it surprise you Jon Jones hasn't tweeted about you fighting for the 205-pound title yet?
He's probably loading. And he's probably waiting till, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't check. But he's loading. I know it's rubbing him the wrong way. So I'm like, all right, say something stupid. He knows I got clips. I'm ready for him.
If you could pick one thing, do you fight Jon Jones at 205 pounds where he was considered the best, or do you wait for him to win the heavyweight title and fight him for the heavyweight title and beat him there instead?
I'd say the first, then the second. If I was waiting, I'd just go back to 185 and fuck people up there. And then if he wins the heavyweight belt, I'll just jump up and then take that off him. But it'll be cool. It's like, okay, you took my old fucking toy, now I want it back. I want my toy back. And he comes back down and I slap him across the face.
Do you think he moves up to heavyweight, or do you think he will wait down now to fight you?
Fuck. He still hasn't got a fight match, though, has he? He's taking time to get accustomed to heavyweight, when he's been saying for the last 10 years he can beat any heavyweight, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know, don't care. I'm still just doing me.
As nice as all that sounds for Izzy, Jon is on a pursuit for his own happiness, and looking to welcome Izzy to the division, Polish style. Jon has a real chance to win, and has tools that can beat and put away Izzy in their 5-round title fight. Jon has fought tall, lanky, athletic fighters in his career. The most notable we will look at is Dominic Reyes. Dom and Izzy are 2 completely different fighters, but I bring this up because Jon can enter the fight with a similar approach when fighting Izzy. In this bout, Jon slowed the pace of the fight to a place where he dictated what happened and when. He missed 20 out of 22 shots to Dom's head in the first round, but he mixed up his attacks. He landed 5 brutal and heavy body kicks, as well as 8 leg kicks. Jon was not quick enough in the first round to strike Dom in the head, but was very good at cutting off the cage and landing significant kicks. In the second round, the damage inflicted on Reyes was showing, and it turned the bout into a firefight. Dom was ready and willing to trade shots in the pocket with Jon. Unfortunately for him, Jon was just more precise and fresher, which led to a TKO finish.
Jon Blachowicz. You really thought Jon was going to beat Dominic Reyes?
I actually thought. I knew it. Hey, do you know? Listen to this stat. Jon Blachowicz is the first light heavyweight champion not named Cormier or Jones in a decade.
Are you serious?
In a decade. Listen
wow,
to this.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Decade. The belt, 1,500 days for Jones, 1,300 days for Cormier. This is the first light heavyweight champion in a decade to hold that belt. And it is the Polish powerhouse, Jon. You got to say it right. Jon. It's time to start pronouncing it the correct way.
Yeah. Blachowicz.
Jon Blachowicz, the Polish powerhouse. I mean, can we get is that his name? Is his name the Polish powerhouse?
I don't think so.
Can we get
I
that
think it's
going?
the Polish Hammer or the Pride of Poland. He's a very nice guy. It's a great name. That is a great name. The double P works. But by the way, in a million years, let's be honest, did you ever think this man would be a champion in the UFC? I mean, this guy was sort of like, a mid-tier light heavyweight, getting knocked out by Thiago Santos. The Gustafsson fight was just I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming whatsoever. I am, dare I say, I am shocked that Jon is the champ. That we went from Shogun to Jon Jones to DC to Jon Blachowicz. I am shocked. No disrespect. He's incredible, but I am shocked.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. We play a game where nothing's guaranteed. And if a guy gets on the roll and a guy develops belief in himself and his skill set, sky's the limit. And that's what happened for Jon. And man, I made that video last night after the fight. And I said, he's kind of slow because he is. But bro, dude's there to fight every single time. And if he lands, it's over. He must hit so hard. The way when he hit Dominic Reyes, it looked like Dominic Reyes just immediately went into a shell. Like, he could not, it was like he had never felt power like he got hit with by Jon last night. And man, combinations. Jon kicks him on the side twice. And did you see that big old mark on his body? It was disgusting. Selena couldn't even watch it. That's how beat up his body was after Jon landed 1 or 2 body kicks. It's crazy. This dude is a story of a guy that just truly believes in himself and the people around him, and that the sky's the limit. And congratulations to Jon Blachowicz, man. That dude, he deserves it. When Luke Rockhold was gonna fight him, I thought, easy fight, great fight at 205, right? Like, this is the best, because this guy was a middleweight, and now you go up and you fight another middleweight, and dude knocks Luke out, and now he's knocked everybody out since, and he's the champ.
It's such a fascinating thing when you have these guys come into their own and they win at 37. He wins, and no one saw it coming. It's great. On the flip side, you have Dominic, who my heart breaks for him a little bit because I thought he beat Jon Jones. He should have won the belt. And I thought he was going to win, but we talked to John Anik on Saturday before the fight. And John told me that John said that in the fighter meeting, right, that you guys do, he was still lamenting the fact that it was, a 6-week camp. He didn't have enough time. And he told me that when the fight was booked, I'm like, man, the guy, he's still talking about this. He's still upset about this. That's when I started to get a little worried for Dominic. What went wrong with this guy? I mean, look, sometimes styles make fights, right? And John was very happy. Jon Jones was, talk about trolling. I mean, like,
that's bad, man. Like, that's
Apple
bad.
Valley, he was just all over him.
Like, at some point, do you not kick people when they're down, man? Like, do you not?
John was enjoying that.
Does Jon Jones not understand that his time's gonna come?
So Jon basically figured out that he couldn't just headhunt. He would need to even out the playing field before he was able to connect with his target. He is not the most superior athlete or fighter, but he has a very high fighter IQ. He will look to first slow and damage his opponent in the most efficient way possible. Izzy is much faster and has better footwork than Reyes, which will make it even harder for Jon to hit Izzy. Jon's key to beating Izzy is to hit him in the legs and the body while absorbing strikes that Izzy lands on him. They will definitely hurt. However, Jon has shown that he can weather the storm from his opponents and make a comeback. This stat might sound silly, but let's look at the leg reach of these two fighters. Izzy's is 44.5 inches, and surprisingly, Jon's leg reach is 44 inches long. Keep in mind, Izzy is 6 foot 4 inches and Jon is 6 foot 2 inches tall. Think back to all the times you watched Izzy stretch his giraffe legs out to calf kick his opponent. Well, Jon is also of the giraffe species and looks to land some devastating blows on Izzy as well. Izzy has fought larger fighters in his career before. They pose a grappling and power advantage, however he seems to have no trouble beating them. He's even fought heavyweights in kickboxing. Yes, it's a completely different sport, but Izzy does have experience against stronger and bigger guys. This is also why I don't think if Jon were to win this fight, his only chance is catching Izzy or a one-punch KO. It's much more complicated than that. Jon has to implement his game plan and slow Izzy down to the point where Izzy is unable to avoid the Polish hammer to the skull. If you liked the video, make sure to press the thumbs up. And if you want more, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and our podcast talking about the latest news and events in the UFC and MMA. Follow our Instagram page and TikTok in the description below. Do you think Jon also has a chance to knock out Izzy? Tell me when and how.